sound.
This better, guys?
How is that? Can you guys hear us now? Go to go to settings at the bottom, and bring up the thing and make sure it's on the mixer.
Yeah.
But it should be because we're listening to Red. Can we get a double? It's working. How's that? Low volume.
This better. Okay, Christopher Andre says good.
Turn it up. Turn it up. Yes, we're better. Okay, we're good.
Cool, we figured it out.
Everybody's speaking to the microphone. Good. All right, we're back finally. You know, we had a somber day yesterday. We hit 500,000 COVID deaths in less than a year from the first reported death in February, maybe, or March. I'm not sure when exactly the first U.S. reported death was. But half a million people. It's fucking crazy. That's
half a million people in a year.
They said that was more than World War I, World War II, and the Vietnam War combined thing. They said that there's an echo for sure. Adriana is good.
I've done everything I can about an echo.
All right, well, we got echo cancel on and no reverb going, I think. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to keep going on. We're not going to stop. We're not going to reset. Hello, David Bader. Hello, Janelle Wood. Hello, Brian and Gail. Welcome, guys. Hey, Craig Posen, how are you doing today? Thank you guys for joining tonight. In other news, which was all over CNN tonight, literally dominating, and he broke like both on the news.
Oh my God, yeah, like they're
the whole fucking
cable news shows.
Yeah,
that was all they talked about.
I mean, I get it. He's a celebrity. You have to cover it. But I mean, really, that was. I mean, I would be really pissed if there was something going on that needs to be covered and the news wasn't even covering it. I mean, there's a lot of things going on out there. But their choices are, they're up. So Adriana has a birthday coming up on Thursday. Excuse me. Everybody say, I didn't think so. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat. So you doing anything exciting?
I'm doing some stuff with friends. Gonna drink some champagne, eat some cake. It'll be great.
Well, sounds like a birthday. You know, nothing. 2019 during Dead and Company New Year's Eve. Happy birthday, yes, to Adrian. Everybody's saying happy birthday to you.
Thank you, guys.
Out of the dark tunnel of winter, obviously. I mean, the seasons are going to change. Next month is spring. And cases and deaths are dropping dramatically due to mostly the virus already. So they built up immunities as well. And schools are finally opening. So be a nice break for some parents out there that really need it. And I just can't wait for the warm weather. I mean, New York City finally has, 25% indoor dining, which hopefully we're going to get by next month. You know, I'm going to Miami, though. I'm going to Miami on trio concert, special concert on the beach in North Miami. I'm going down to see Ellen and Sandy and a bunch of other people. Friday, I'll leave Friday, April 23rd. I'll come back Sunday, April 25th. I'm just going to go in quick. I'll get tested before I go. I'll get tested after I come back.
I mean, yeah, you stay in the same radius.
I've been seeing the same 6 people since this thing started.
Have the picture.
And yeah, put up the picture. 25% indoor dining at the moment. So, but in Miami, you can actually go to a restaurant and have a decent dinner and maybe go out for a little bit. I don't condone how Florida's handled this stuff, but you know what? It's been widespread 100+ times. I miss live music. I miss live music too. That's why I'm going to Miami to see El Teal. And he made the Steal Your Face, the skeleton, not Steal Your Face, skeleton logo of me with Real Talk. He does a lot of other things in virtual design. And he's also the former foster parent of Lana, and he actually has, I don't know what's wrong with it. Do you have a problem with me going to Miami, Adriana?
That's hardly the most, that you saying that you don't like how they've handled it and going there is hardly the most hypocritical thing ever, given the situation.
Exactly.
Like,
people are going down there every single weekend. I'm going once for an OTL show. That's not true. I'm lying. I'm going twice. But I'm going with Nina like 2 weeks later. That was a planned vacation. The OTL thing I just added.
Well, and when you go with your girlfriend, that'll probably not be so much.
Plus, it's not bad if you're...
Wash your hands.
I'll wash my hands, and I'll get tested, and that's it, Robert Ann. So, deal with it. I live in South Georgia. I love not wearing masks this whole time, and restaurants have been open. Live your life, yo. Yeah, Jacob, but that led to like a lot of unnecessary deaths, I thought. Maybe not Georgia per se, but definitely things like the Trump rallies and the fucking Sturgis.
People that went to those kinds of events killed other people.
Mhm.
Killed people they love, like mathematically speaking.
Yeah, but they don't give a shit. They don't care about anybody but themselves. I try to care about other people. Doesn't always work out that way though. Summer tour, brother. Jim, there's not gonna be a summer tour. There's hopefully gonna be a fall tour. That's what they're shooting for. It looks like everybody's gonna want a vaccine, can get a vaccine by like summertime, sometime in the summertime, late June, July. They're not really exactly sure. I mean, we're never gonna get past 75%. So that's where that comes from. So mostly Trump supporters, of course. Yes, we're not mentioning the orange douchebag that much anymore. He's being brought up on a slew of charges finally, and he just lost a case in the Supreme Court again about his tax returns. They're being released, and the last thing I'm going to say about him, also they refused to hear something about the Georgia elections and their case about that, so they lost that. So it's over. He lost. He's done. Yeah, fall tour, Cindy. We hope so. It looks like it could, it looks like a 70% chance that there will be a fall tour of some sort. And be nice. Nice. Not too long of a run, maybe like 16 shows would be nice, like the one in 2017, but 3 of them got postponed. Maybe a few of those. And, we'll get back into this thing. Do Mexico. That'd be great. Everybody else going to Cancun, we might as well go. Right? Everybody's going to Cancun. Oh, people. Hypocrites. Everybody's a hypocrite. In new money news, Bitcoin, and it went up to 50,000. I could have cashed out on that, but I didn't. Oh, well. But it's still climbing. I own some Litecoin, which is like, if Bitcoin is gold, Litecoin's like silver. It's a lot faster of a transaction. It's more for like everyday purchases where Bitcoin's more for like long-term investments. So hopefully Litecoin will catch on stronger as cryptocurrency becomes more popular and more in use by companies and governments and stuff like that. Especially governments that aren't stable and don't have stable currency. Crypto can fix that a lot. And also you don't get robbed if a peasant worker was going to Saudi Arabia from India and had to travel back with its pouch full of money. There's a good chance they can get robbed. Cryptocurrency kind of takes that away too. Sometimes, they could put a gun to your head and tell you, give me your fucking cryptocurrency, but who knows? Mary Lee Queen, who changes her name more times on Instagram than I've ever known. Hi, Mary Lee. John Mayer stated to Andy Cohen that he will probably go on tour solo in 2022, so Dead & Company will probably start up in fall 2021. Yeah, there was a back and forth. Actually, really wanted to play with Dead & Company because he knows that Dead & Company really wants to play also. So he's going to probably push his thing off to springtime like he did in 2017. So we'll see what happens. Hey, David Grossman, missed you as well. Thank you guys for all joining Real Talk with Rockstar Richard every Tuesday night. Well, it's usually every Tuesday night. The last couple of Tuesdays we didn't get it off at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in New York City. Today is February 23rd, 2021. I don't know why I can't remember that today, but I can't. The weather's still a little fucked up here in New York City. We don't know if it's raining or it's snowing. Dallas, I can't stand Dallas, so I don't give a fuck what storms in their like existence almost. And I was in one of them in 2011-12 Super Bowl time. I went down to see the Green Bay Packers play the Pittsburgh Steelers, and there was an ice storm. And literally the roads were shut down. We were like stranded in this big ass house that my friend rented in North Richmond Hills, which is like a totally dry county. No alcohol, total Jesus freaks everywhere.
Boo.
Horrible. I kept saying to myself, I'm like, something's off about this town. I don't know what it is. And then after like 2 days, I'm like, I got it. I know what's off about this town. It's fucking Jesus. I swear to God, we went to an IHOP on a Sunday, a bunch of New Yorkers and some like models and shit. You should have seen the judgment there. Oh, it was weird thing about that town. They had like buildings that said like St. Patrick's, and it looked like a Irish bar, but it was like a church. Like you walk in there and they try to like convert you.
Wait, a church named after St. Patrick?
Yeah. Well,
Richard.
No, but meaning like it's supposed to live in the county. It's crazy. Jesus liked wine. So what? It'd be better off if he liked meth.
I think that what she's saying is that all these counties that are dry counties are doing it because it's Christian, but...
Is Nina on a day 6 trip for 5 days? She's going to chill on the beach, drink and smoke weed. Maybe go to dinner, of course. Well, go to dinner, of course. But, what else do we got? Mardi Gras was canceled. We know that. That happened a couple weeks ago. Fat Tuesday. I don't even know when Fat Tuesday is. No, it's in March, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the last Tuesday before Lent, but I don't know exactly when that's supposed to be.
Yeah, well, anyway, it's canceled, so it doesn't really matter. It's moot. Oh, it's 10:17. We're smoking
Jesus.
hard liquor, and you can only buy beer and wine at like a deli, and that was it. Like, it wasn't sold anywhere else, not in restaurants, not in shit like that. You were allowed to take it home.
In Missouri, you can buy as much liquor as you want from the grocery store.
I went to when I was on tour. When was it? It was back in the Alpine in 2018, I believe, and went to a Walmart in Ohio or Wisconsin. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They're both the same. Anyway, so we go to me, they're both the same. I go to this Walmart and I asked the lady, I'm like, I want to buy a 6-pack. Can you tell me when 9 o'clock? And I'm like, everywhere? She's like, yeah, everywhere. And I'm like, so let me get this straight. I said, I can buy a gun and a trunk full of fireworks at this Walmart right now, but I can't buy a 6-pack of beer. She's like, oh yeah, they'll sell you a gun and fireworks. They won't sell you beer. I'm like, all right. Interesting.
It's a good system that works very, very...
I recently tried live traits. They don't really give me that old school stoner head high that I like. Like, music sounds better and giggly. Well, I don't giggle anymore, but I used to giggle. Do you giggle? Are you a giggler?
Me? Sometimes. Depends on the drugs.
Not Ohio. It was Wisconsin. Somewhere up there. It wasn't Ohio? Okay, it was definitely Wisconsin. Somewhere. We went to a Walmart to buy supplies, and we wanted beer. And something like that. It was one of those places. Doesn't matter. St. Patrick's Church, Bayshore, Long Island. Ah, Bayshore. I haven't heard that name in a while from Long Island. I'm from Long Island. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that new documentary. I just think it's amazing how, it's a good what happened when she was having her meltdown in 2008. A lot of celebrities, their parents can't control them or they lose control.
With Britney, she had a horrible stage mom who there's whole stories about her mom giving her whiskey when she was a kid to make her go to sleep. It's messed up. She was very much pushed into fame. But it's not just like 2007. It's about the way that her being constantly hounded and criticized by the media, like being basically stalked by paparazzi, contributed.
Well, I think it was also that goes with a lot of them. That's like, that goes with the territory.
Well, it was really, really bad for her.
Macaulay Culkin and my good friend Corey Feldman had to,
but it was
divorce their parents at 15.
I get what you mean, but it was absolutely worse for her because as a girl and how her actions were all hyper criticized with sex and everything. And she was a bigger worldwide superstar than either of those guys, frankly. True.
And at that time she was running with this like new manager they were worried that he was gonna like take all her money and stuff like that, and she was not stable. So like it was the right thing to do to put the father in charge, but it's been 12 fucking years, and like he's still fighting to like.
Maybe he should have been in charge for 6 months. Get her.
No,
stable.
Longer than that. I think.
I actually believe that people should be in charge in large part. If she's gonna maybe she has to consult people, but I think the thing about her the conservatorship is it's not just money; it's everything. It's what
all major decisions.
Do.
Yeah,
everything. It has to do with her health.
I think it's wrong too. I think it's wrong. His father was still fighting for control, and she's totally like. I wouldn't go as far as saying normal, but nobody in that stature can actually be completely normal. But or whatever even normal.
Certainly
means.
Stable and coherent enough as an adult.
Each half of it.
One of her sons is old enough to be on like TikTok for the cool teens now.
Janelle Wood says she doesn't think she could pick Britney Spears out of a lineup. Of course you could. You would know. You know how you know there'll be paparazzi hanging around snapping pictures.
Yeah.
That's how you know it'd be Britney Spears. I mean, that would be the. I don't know. I always felt bad for that girl. And, like Adriana said, she, product of her environment. And
She was absolutely a victim. I mean, when she shaved her head and had the whole public breakdown,
2008.
what she was saying is, I want people
Polite and very, good manners and shy, and believe it or not. And so, anyway, been 9 p.m. for decades in Wisconsin. However, everyone drives crazy to get beer by 9 p.m. There you go, Brian. So it was Wisconsin. I was half right. Yeah, it was Wisconsin. And I couldn't believe it because I walked past a section of fireworks and I walked past the gun department, and those were all booming. But fucking, I couldn't bet a 6-pack of beer. Goddamn blue laws. That's Jesus for you. That you can, kinda. Not really. I like people. I don't call them idiots. I call the unknown majority idiots, not people I know personally, because that wouldn't be right. What else do we got? You can buy beer in Ohio for sure. Yeah, we got it. We got that. So here's something interesting. I want to talk about for a second. So Kroger Health, I guess, is just some company that makes technologies for.
Well, Kroger is a supermarket chain.
Oh, it is?
It is.
I guess there are pharmacies with foods. Is to offer for the first time a smartphone COVID test. Do we have a photo of that?
I do have a photo, and it's up right now.
Beautiful. So yeah, up there over my my left shoulder. It's a smartphone app. A smartphone COVID test, which I'm not really sure how it works. It's got some pad that you.
I'm not entirely sure how it works either.
Yeah, there wasn't.
They must mail you something to put some not DNA sample, but bodily fluid sample in.
No,
Like,
you think?
But
It wasn't the impression that the phone actually somehow tested the app.
I
never hear.
am I not allowed?
And beautiful. Let me see if I can get someone else in on here. Brian's in. Hey, I want to find someone we haven't spoke to in a while. It's writing. I want to read their comments, but I don't get anything in here. So it's one more month until motorcycle season. Springtime. Lucy, my bike. I name everything L's. I got Lola, Lana, Layla. I call myself Liz on screen now, and you know what? You gotta let me know when something's up on screen. I shouldn't change the camera angles, right?
No, you should not.
That was happening before?
Yes, and occasionally it'll block your face when you do that.
Okay, you gotta let me know that, because I just realized that, so I shouldn't, when there's a photo up, I should just talk straight.
Yes.
All right, cool. When I'm talking about something, okay, when I stop talking about something, you're gonna pull the photo down.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, see how we're doing here? We're doing this great. So, yeah, it's one more month until motorcycle season. I'm gonna get her all tuned up and tightened up. In New York City, you have to tighten up everything on the bikes every year because there's so many potholes and shit and things loosen up. It's not a machine that you want things loose on. And I might even get it painted. I might get loosely painted.
What color?
I think I'm just going to go with a repaint job of what it is, just to make it all nice and
The
shiny.
black?
Yeah.
Cool.
But maybe the tank. I don't know, because I spotted a little rust underneath the seat on the fender, on the back fender. So other grocery stores, some in Wisconsin. They're not really East Coast grocery store.
They're probably a corporation who owns some different grocery stores in different places. But yeah, there aren't Krogers in New York, at least that I know of. Certainly not in New York City.
It's so funny how our governments work. It's like Kelly Ritter, hello there, by the way. It says that Oregon, no sales from 2 a.m. to 7 a.m. And I can switch camera angles now, right? There's no photo up. And 24 hours a day. And then there's places where you can't even get a beer after 9 o'clock. It's just...
In the same state, in Texas.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
there are dry counties in Texas.
You're right, yeah. We were just talking about that. The Kroger headquarters is in Cincinnati. Good to know, Chris Daly. If I ever want to go on a Kroger corporate tour, I will drive myself to Cincinnati. Kroger owns Ralph's in California.
That's a big grocery store in California.
So Kroger's like a mother company of so many other companies, an umbrella company. Got some funny things I want to show you guys. First, this is funny. This kid's really talented. So we're going to show you this kid. His name is Marcin. You can go on Instagram and just search Marcin, Marcin, and Adriana, tell me when it's up. Watch this kid. He plays a little Cashmere by Led Zeppelin. We got the idea. I can stop that, Adriana. This kid's amazing. He's playing that. Check out his stuff. He's pretty fucking talented. It's amazing what kids can learn in the first 12 years of life. But yeah, parents think they can't learn anything.
I mean, yeah, Cashmere is one of my favorite songs, and that's fucking good.
Yeah, that was nice. I came across that, and I had to show you guys. I'm trying to showcase some talent on this fucking show because I got none. So I figured, let me show somebody that's fucking talented. You get something out of this goddamn thing. I know, Adriana can't carry the load herself. She can. And yes, dig the acoustic. Yeah, that kid was hot. So Mary Lee wants to know. I don't know why. She wants to know your thoughts on Governor Cuomo.
That's probably in regards to the recent scandal regarding him not releasing
allegedly,
but most likely not releasing actually fudging the number out of the nursing home deaths, which means he was underreporting. To like federal sources and stuff. And with Cuomo, honestly, what I have to say is he's a politician.
Yeah, I grew up in New York my whole life. I knew his father. They actually give a shit, I think.
No, but what I was gonna say is I believe that he's actually trying pretty hard, and I believe that he does not want any of all this horrible shit to be happening. I also believe that anyone who's been in politics long enough occasionally gets these blinders on where they see these political things above just plain old truth. And I think that's kind of what happened here. It's not even about his election. It's about trying to even keep people calm, trying to avoid pain, like crises,
Yeah, I think I agree with that. He's doing the best job he can. I grew up in New York my whole life. I knew his father. His brother, Chris Cuomo, these are good people. They actually give a shit. Now, there's always decisions that are made at the spur of the moment, especially at the beginning of this thing when everything was going haywire, and this is when this happened.
Exactly.
And it was about the reporting, when he reported it. He wasn't fudging, and he wasn't purposely hiding. He just wasn't reporting some categories, like did they die outside the nursing home or did they die inside the nursing home, something like that. So he decided to categorize them differently, which is what they're calling them out on.
And I think that he definitely did something wrong here. He definitely did not do the right thing, perhaps, with reporting a bunch of these deaths. But I also don't think that means he's completely inept or horrible leader. Mary
Lee says, I'm a Cuomo-sexual, but I like other opinions. I don't know what that means, but okay. That means you like
higher
them.
Standards.
They're good, they're a good family, and all politicians make bad decisions, and all politicians lie a little bit. Nothing like our last president, of course, but
yeah, comparatively, it's nothing even close.
No, most politicians they depend. Nowadays, it's a little higher, but it used to be like 23%, 28%, 30% of the time. 3 out of 9, 9 things they say. Now it's a little more, especially on a certain side. Cuomo's are decent people for sure. Is Trump trying to expose Cuomo? Yeah, I mean, whatever. You can...
I don't even think it's that deep. I think it's that he made a mistake at the beginning of this pandemic, and now it's going back to bite him.
Exactly. Big deal. I mean, from the scandal-laced administration that we just experienced, I mean, really, like one little tiny thing...
To avoid them.
Yeah, it was just funny listening to the Republic. Ted Cruz was like,
"Well, he should be on the Supreme Court."
They're like they're all saying, "You promised not to use it for your own political gain, or you wouldn't do that." Meanwhile, it's exactly what Barr was doing the whole time for Trump.
I think the Democrats have to get over their qualms about being polite and just play hardball like they're reasonable back. Demand the extraordinary. Make them compromise.
I agree. How you doing, Mr. Newman? Adam Newman is here. Say hello to Adriana. It's her birthday on Thursday. So everybody, if you're joining late, it's Adriana's birthday on Thursday. So wish her a birthday now, and we'll talk about it next week. When I've said that before, and she lights up when I say this. She always does. I've used that before. She's one of my favorite people on the planet, and she, like me, she's a narcissist. But I am an empathetic narcissist. I'm nuanced.
You care about other people.
I do care about other people. So, pandemic is still here, and people are still not going out and binging on Netflix and Amazon Prime and Hulu.
Drugs.
And drugs and alcohol and everything else. But I just watched, I don't know if you guys have seen this, Having a Good Trip. It's like Tales of Psychedelics by famous people that like tell stories about times they were tripping. They have like Sting and thank you. It was funny though. I mean, listen to other people talk about tripping, and a lot of the stuff I can relate to because I've tripped so many times, of course, but I don't feel anymore. Like even a couple later, but it was really funny. My birthday was last Wednesday. Happy birthday, Mr. Newman. Say happy birthday to
Happy birthday, Adam.
Richard, on February 23rd, 2021. We start at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if any of your friends don't have Facebook and you still want to show them how ridiculous I am, send them over to my YouTube at the Rockstar Richard, or just search Rockstar Richard on YouTube and I will come up. And check it out there, because we simultaneously now live stream to Facebook and to YouTube so the kids can watch again. Because let's face it, only dinosaurs are using Facebook nowadays, and people just don't care. I use Facebook. To be honest, I use Facebook for this show, and I use it to store photos. I mean, I may as well just use them for something. They're good for that. It's a free platform to store all your photos. I know. They own it, right? No.
Yeah.
They own it. Who cares? What else do we going to talk about today? We got Marson in there. Mardi Gras has been canceled. Let's bring up... Okay, this brought up... We're going to bring up something. The photos down. Adriana, yeah. We're going to bring something up that makes me laugh all the time. And we're going to skim through them for a couple of minutes. And I know a lot of you guys are going to relate to this because you're all old like me. But here we go. We're going to bring up some... Well, anyway, here we go. What's this is, this brings back... It's nostalgic for me. Adriana, you can't really relate to this. You're young, but this is... I don't hear anything.
Is there anyone out there who still isn't clear about what doing drugs does? Okay, last time.
Frying an egg.
This is the most famous one.
This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
The next one.
It's just a video that's playing.
Okay.
Hey, Lindsay?
Oh, Lindsay, the dog.
I wish you didn't smoke weed.
It's amazing. That was a good one. Show one more and then we're done.
Yeah.
So, Sarah, what's going on here? Sarah? Sarah.
She can't answer you.
What?
Flat girl.
She can't.
Why not?
This is the way it's been since she started smoking pot. She's all lazy and boring and... You know, we used to have so much fun together.
And now?
This is what we do.
Alright, that's enough of that crap. But that was, it seems like we're freezing up a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. No, we're not freezing. Are we freezing up?
I think you're just on a tiny lag.
On a tiny lag. What did it accomplish? Absolutely nothing. It's like...
Also, like, that's your brain on drugs. That's not how brain damage on drugs works at all. It's
very... said that, like, this is a kid's brain. And, like, they got busted for that and had to, like, retract. Christopher says, seriously funny. Don't forget to pass. Yes, this is, somebody asked what strain this is. Sour grape we're smoking. How high is she that her dog is talking to her? Exactly. I wish I had weed like that. First of all, back in the 80s, weed did not get you that high. First of all, it was fucking Mexican dirt weed. Is the thing down? Yeah, I can switch angles.
Oh, yeah.
and the lovely Adriana on Real Talk. We start at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Tuesday, so check it out. It's good to be back. So the technical difficulty, I'm kind of embarrassed to say, last week was the fucking Ethernet cable in the router was unplugged because I had to reboot the modem. And while I was doing that, the fucking cord fell out. Either that or one of the cats knocked it out, and that was the reason. I didn't realize. But that's what happened. Did you see Ellen and friends dancing during the Bob Weir Wolf Brothers 20-year did a live stream from his TRI studios in California, which is this big live stream studio that he built like 15 years ago, maybe like 10 years ago, way ahead of the time of live streaming now. And so he did a live stream event, Bob and the Wolf Brothers, and Ellen and Sandy, her sister, and like 60 other people got to be on this huge Zoom. And Bob had these big ass, huge TV screens in the audience with all the people's faces, all the rail riders and stuff like that. So faces he would recognize. And they kept going large. Some people dancing in their living rooms, and everybody decorated their living rooms. And so from his eye point of view, like it looked like it was a crowd there. It was pretty cool, interesting the way they did that. Tech problems equal kitty destruction. Yes, it does. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, so I did see that. What else do you want to talk about? You want to talk about anything today, Adriana? What's on your mind today?
What's going on in Texas?
Oh, yes, we didn't even talk about that. We talked about how the weather was fucked up and how we hate Texas and Dallas, or at least I did.
Well,
but
we don't hate the people there.
Now there's gas gouging going on. There's water.
It was a certain few best for themselves.
And of course, because it's all about money, they opted out of the winterization treatment on these pipes and everything that they said you need.
Well,
and they're like, oh, it doesn't freeze down here.
And they've always refused to take any power from other states. Like normally in the United States, we're on a big grid that is
they're off it.
Normally if one area would fall off, we could supplement it with power from, say, an area where they're fucked.
It's insane. And it's amazing how, especially when you have a family and kids, it's like not everybody can afford this. I know this. But you know what? If you can afford big screen TVs, you can afford other things in life and iPhones and all that. You can afford a generator. Small generator to run a heater for yourself. A fucking electric heater.
It's fucked up. People have to think about that, though.
Yeah. Or store. You have a backyard. If you live in a house, store some fucking gas.
Well, it's really messed up because people who are counting themselves lucky because when it got
water in 5 gallon Poland Spring bottles, and I have 2 generators. I live in Manhattan. I'm not losing power here. We lost power for one day in the great blackout of 2002, when the whole city went black. That was serious, man. There was nothing more frightening than New York City completely dark. Like, completely. You don't realize how dark is until New York City is dark.
Oh, I can only imagine. It's not a place.
Kind of like that in Superstorm Sandy. But not like the blackout. The blackout was fucking crazy. That was right after 9/11, too. Not right after, but close enough where people were still in shock about 9/11 and worried about terrorism when that happened. Been through a lot in this city. I was almost here when they tried to knock down the towers in 93. And Yusef Hawkins, Yusef something, whatever he was. No, not Hawkins, Yusef something. I forgot his name. Anyway, he's in jail now, but he tried to knock down the towers in 93. And 9 years later they got it done? 8 years later. Texas isn't supposed to.
Posty doesn't even matter at this point.
Exactly.
And there's actually a tweet from Ted Cruz in 2016 that helped because
climate change is erratic. It's erratic weather. People think it's just getting warmer. No, it's erratic weather.
Absolutely.
Hail in August. Shit like that.
Horrible hurricanes every year, everywhere. And here especially.
Shit like that.
Horrible hurricanes every year, everywhere. And here especially. Part of the Supreme would be holding all of this supreme cold up where there's supposed to be ice. We've literally fucked up the planet so much we fucked up the jet stream.
Mary Lee agrees that everybody should have a generator. They should. If they can't afford one, if that's what you should go into your FEMA plans when you rebuilding people's houses, make sure they have a fucking generator too. It's like that should be built into the house. So at least they can run their goddamn refrigerator and a fucking heater so they can store food.
Regional furniture chain for saving a bunch of people, for like letting them in, have heat, water, and everything, sleep on the furniture. And it's like good for them that they did that. Absolutely, it's a good thing to do as a human being. But fucked up that that this furniture store of all people had to do that in the first place.
Donate. I know.
Like, we should have some plan other than random furniture stores donating shit in the heat of a moment.
And it's supposed to be the state of like unlimited energy and all this other shit. It's like, listen, again, some people
can't. Trying to blame it on wind.
I know some people can't afford it. I get that. That's why there's donations and people should chip in and help people out. But like, store some fucking fuel in your backyard.
Really, what you should do is make community plans. Find people on their own, they're fucking screwed, but you can use together. Or your neighbors. It's about building communities.
Hunter is back. Hunter, we didn't have a show last week. This is actually the first show in 3 weeks because the last 2 weeks we had technical difficulties, internet problems, all my fault, of course, and we fucked up. But you know what? We don't have much time left today, and we're gonna go to the last topic today. So I met this guy from New Jersey, and he is his name is he calls himself the New Jersey Weed Man, and great guy. And I met him through a friend, and this guy, you would think he's fucking crazy because he opened a illegal dispensary right across the street from City Hall in Trenton, New Jersey, and
photos up.
Yeah, photos up. He said that he's like, fuck it, I can't get a permit, felons or the little guy can't get the right permits to sell fucking weed. Bullshit. 20 bags and shit. They wouldn't even give him bail waiting for trial. Meanwhile, murderers and shit get bail. And he spent a year in jail and he went to trial and he won. I always said you put one fucking pot smoker on a jury and he's not convicting shit. And that's what happened. So now he's like an advocate. And he's just a great guy. And I went down to his shop in Trenton, New Jersey Weed Man. You can Google him. And he drives around in a SUV. This is the best part. He drives around an SUV that instead of State Trooper with the lights on it and everything, it says Pot Trooper with a marijuana leaf. And one of his hashtags is I sell weed like I'm white. That's something. Look on YouTube or something. Just bring something up quick. No, can't do it.
I need a little more warning for that for videos. So.
All right. So anyway, he sets up a table in front of City Hall with state troopers like 20 feet away, and he's selling 20 bags right there. And the hashtag I sell weed like I'm white. That's fucking, look that up. And New Jersey Weed Man in Trenton, New Jersey. We love you down there. And he sells food. He's got a whole. If you're prepared to do a year in jail, people have been done decades in jail for their causes. And look at Mandela. And there it is. I see New Jersey Weed Man now. I don't understand why.
You're on a lag.
I know, but why does it look like it's freezing up?
I can't tell if it's freezing up from my end.
Yeah, nobody's mentioned that it's been freezing up.
And I'm pretty sure what I'm seeing is what's going through. I think it's something to do with your connection.
Oh, on my cell phone?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's take that picture down. We're almost done here. So we covered a lot today. There's a lot of shit going on. We feel like we're stable and we're stabilizing. Whatnot, and was explaining their statuses, where they are, what their estimates are, how many. And it looks like they were saying some, pretty bold predictions of how much they can supply. Like we're talking like. I think it's Zerna or whatever, I forgot. Moderna. They'd say like a billion doses by the end of the year, shit like that. And we got 5 companies working on this. So
at some point, the problem is less can they produce the doses, is can we distribute them correctly?
Well, we are now. We got the big vaccination sites, National Guard's involved. Supply is actually the problem now. It was before getting them out. And but they had to come in. It's only been a month since they've been in office. They had to come in. They said they had no idea how many. They had no records or any kind of system in place. So that all had to be. Sound gone now, as I am. Aloha. Okay. Military should be able to smoke weed, definitely. But you don't want some soldier rolling a joint and all of a sudden there's a fuck. What about those? I don't know if it was a bunch of shows. It looked like it was just Chicago 2017, and Theophania says, sound gone. Is the sound gone, people? I don't think so. I think somebody would have said something if the sound was gone.
That might be a you problem.
Might be a you problem. Oh, Barry said it's freezing on my end, but I thought that was me. It might be you too. If very little freezing, says Janelle. Okay, so mine's not freezing up. It is the we move studios. Elsa. Haven't spoken to you in a hot minute. Elsa and I send each other like funny memes all the time, and she's in Hawaii, so it takes with the time difference. It takes a little while for us to respond back. Pat says he still has a sound. That's good. That's good. Oh, my back. Look how long my fucking hair is getting. Should I get a haircut, people? What do you think? Do we need a haircut? Or I was told I needed it. The freezing is you, the audio is them. Yeah, the freezing is me. I told you it was that. But whatever. You know, it's a little choppy for a second. We'll deal with it. So, should I get a haircut? Maybe. Freeze frame. Yeah, see, like it just froze now. It just freezes like every second. Oh, what was that?
A message on Facebook from Elsa Bartolini.
Oh, bring it up. Bring it up in camera one.
I don't think I can do that directly on here, but it's a meme. You should look at this.
What's up, Pablo Myers? How are you? Is what?
She sent you a meme that says, the clitoris has 8,000 nerves. If you're going to get on her nerves, get on those.
I saw that. Your hair, but I like it long. I don't know that you should. Huh. What, cut my hair? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Let's light a joint. I smoke a lot. I think I'm a prime example if you want some data about long-term marijuana. Smoke a lot of these. Can we meet my lady friend, Pablo? Never. Especially you, Pablo. Bring your girlfriend on the show. I don't know. You think that's a good idea, Adriana? Bringing Nina on?
I think that's entirely up to Nina.
Oh, of course it's up to Nina. I'm not going to, like, chain her to the desk and make her come on.
I think they'll like her more than you.
Everybody, they're going to like everybody more. They like this beer bottle more than they like me. I mean, come on. Let's fucking be serious. You should do water pipes to keep sucking my eyeballs through my skull to get a hit. How is my cardio? My cardio's not bad. I can still run a mile or two without collapsing. I should do cooking streams. No, I don't want. Who wants to see me cook? You can watch me order takeout. We can do that. We can do it. We can do an order takeout show where I just go on the live stream and I just order takeout food. How about that, John? Would that sweep the nation?
You could do mukbang. I don't think anyone in Korea, which is why it's called mukbang, a video of someone eating a large amount of food. Literally just videos of people binge eating.
I don't want to see that. I hate that.
Me either. I hate it too, but it's very popular for some reason.
I've had many people in my life in some sort of way that if they don't get fed, my brother's one of them, they will eat. I'm not like that. I don't eat. I have my juice in the morning and I don't, my organic mixed juice with superfood powders, whatever. Like around today at 6:30, we ate dinner. We ate Indian food, and that was the only thing I ate all day, and it's the only thing I'm gonna eat until tomorrow. Spliffs are bad for your lungs. I don't smoke spliffs. I smoke very light, raw, organic rolling. Hangry Monster. I don't know what that means. Okay, well it's 10:59.
Talking about me.
Oh. That's right. That's what you said. It's 10:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in New York City. You are listening to Real Talk with Rockstar Richard and my lovely co-host Adriana. We are almost out of here. It's February 23rd, 2021, and we start at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live here on Facebook and Rockstar Richard in the search engine, and it'll come right up. And you can check it out. So good night, Hunter. Good night, Pat Clemente. Good night, Janelle Wood. Mary Penning, if you're still on. Mary Lee. Hello. Goodbye. We're going to drop that track any second. I'm going to stay on with you throughout it. And Adriana, drop that shit. I want to thank everybody again. Good night. I want everybody to be safe. We will see you soon. I'm glad this show got off. Freezes a little bit, but good night. And out.